Welcome to another evening of Star Trek Navajo, playing using the Star Trek Adventures 2E system. Currently, we are going to pick up where we last left off with the crew of the Navajo dealing with the aftermath of what happened. With that, however, I think we're going to start in the sick bay of the Navajo. One second.
Is it doing that weird loading thing again?
Yeah, it's just on the one screen.
Loaded fine for me.
Yeah, no, it's the
I know
stream
I
loading.
said that, and as I was saying that, I thought, don't you hate it when people say that?
Yeah, it happened yesterday for whatever reason. No, I'm not. No one just has to play the supervising character doctor. You are feel free to pick one of the other supporting character doctors, but Vogel, you enter sickbay for your treatment of the Venus compound.
Yep. Just need to know which doctor I'm going to talk to.
That is up to the other two players who wish to take up the medical personnel.
Oh no, who do we have for this? Oh yeah, the loading of tokens. There we go. That's what I get saying. That problem's not happening to me. You know what? I will activate Karen Price. Mostly because she needs that she's only got she doesn't even have a value. So let's spend some crew support and activate her so we can get her started on the path of uh, path of character development.
Exactly. I have not eaten, gentlemen, since about 12. So, and I just had a yogurt. So I'm eating real quick. I will do the next NPC.
Cool. All right, so Ensign Price is the one
Yep.
breeding people, I take it? Let's put her up here then. She a doctor? Ensign?
What is
Nurse?
her rank? She's she's listed as a nurse. It's even in her assignment.
Cool.
She sees you walk in and smiles and says, "Please state the nature of the medical emergency." And then intentionally stands very still.
Just here for my standard treatment for the Venus compound.
That's right. You need a shot of Mars. You've got plenty of Venus. You need more Mars, right?
Something like that. Every
And
oh crap, I forgot how
now I
long
have
it
some
was. Like
value.
what is it? What is it? Every 36 hours was it?
No, that's the other one. This is the treatment. Treatment. The other one
Well,
was
I figure Vogel doesn't know about that yet. Because she hasn't, they haven't given it to her yet. Figure we could role play that like, hey, there might be a cure type deal.
I'll just use Dr. Women here. Nurse Price, Vogel will be receiving the other treatment as of today. It's about time we get you cured of this affliction, Lieutenant.
A cure doctor?
We hope so. Some participants have noticed that they have immunity against this, but doesn't hurt to try. If not, you'll receive the other dosage in order to help sustain you on your duties.
Well, doctor, if there's something
Unless,
that
of course,
could,
that is you don't want to be.
well, as much as I like coming into sick bay every 36 hours, if there's something I could do not keep not keep receiving these treatments, it's worth a shot.
Well, it isn't a shot. Then Price will look at the doctor and say, "It isn't a shot, right?"
Yes, and it just points to
Or is this?
the chamber over there where all of it it's being stored. Consider the lieutenant's level of exposure. You will have to go with a higher dosage than the other participants. I believe double will
Oh,
be
good experimentation.
double the dosage of the regular injections, nurse.
Yes, doctor.
You also may want to have. I will warn you, Lieutenant, there has been reports of vomiting, extreme pain, and other unknown side effects.
Don't let her
She'll just
scare you. The side effects only happen half the time. Give or take 50%.
well, I suppose we better get on with it then. You'll put
Nurse,
me out if it hurts too much, doctor?
All right.
a sedative will be administered if it hurts too much. Dr. Women walks back into her office.
All right. Hop up. Let me just give me a minute to get a baseline. Just in case there are side effects, it's good to have a current baseline, uh, just in case. And it's in Price. We'll just kind of get a baseline of her vitals. Uh, we're coming over and basically twice the dosage. And because she's a nurse and nurses do such things, she'll double check the doctor's math on just how much extra dosage Vogel needs. Because all of my relatives that are nurses say that nurses continue, their job is to second guess doctors. No.
You know, I will give you a roll for this. Give me to get the dosage right. A control or reason, depending on how you wish to do it, medicine difficulty of 2.
I like reason. And I'm going to guess this is a no, but I'm going to ask anyway. She has diagnosis and immunology as a focus.
Actually, I will take immunology. Will apply for this.
Oh, thank you. I will gift you with a threat for a third die. Oh, apparently that gift comes with a complication. What did that do?
You have to spend your
Oh,
determination
that didn't
to get
help.
it.
I spent a point. I didn't spend it. I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to spend my. I got it. I mean, I made the roll. Oh, difficulty. Yeah, I made the roll.
You got the dosage,
let's
right?
let the complication ride.
Okay. All right. You go to administer the dosage to Sarah. Vogel, I need a fitness medicine difficulty of 4, complication range of 2.
Yeah, why did I do this to myself?
And
Jeez.
Price can assist with control medicine.
Yeah. Take 3 threat. Why not? Mm.
Okay. Wow. Bleh. Apparently words are hard today. I would like to argue, say that Karen is talking Vogel through the effects. As the effects start hitting her, Karen is trying to uh, kind of verbally talk her through those, try to help her avoid the worst, deal with the worst of it. And I say that as a way to argue as psychology is the focus.
If you're doing it that way, then presence medicine.
Okay. Put up a different little box. And I would just the one little die.
Oh, so close.
I tried.
Does the roll stand?
I don't think I have a way to re-roll this. Yeah, I don't have any re-rolls here.
Do you wish to succeed at complication? Well, succeed
I
at
think
cost.
with how high this is, I think I will accept the complication. Yeah, I think I will accept the succeed at cost.
Okay.
Just with how high this is.
All right. You are Aphrodite's limit goes down by 1. Vogel, as Karen is giving you sage advice, Nurse Price, you notice, and Vogel obviously feels this. You start having multiple, or you start feeling your nerves feel like they're on fire, and then your muscles start arching upwards and backwards as you feel an intense pain all over your body.
Oh, dude, that doesn't look good. Lay down, Lieutenant. Lay down before you hurt yourself.
It hurts. It hurts. Please
Hey,
give me.
let me get the set. Let me get the sedative. Breathe in, breathe out. You'll be all right. Yeah, Karen will quickly calculate the right amount of sedative to dull the pain without further impacting the effectiveness of the vaccine.
And as you go to get the sedative and get ready to administer. Vogel, you feel a feeling in your stomach that you have not felt since you were a child, and you feel like you're about to vomit everywhere.
You'll probably see Sarah turn a bit green in the face of Karen.
Uh, uh, Karen uh, will reach behind her at the table and go, bag.
Shall we roll to see who gets there first?
Oh no, yeah, I think you would set the difficulty then.
Yeah. Vogel, give me a. Let's go fitness con difficulty 2 versus Karen's fitness con. Sorry, not difficulty. You're saying the difficulty. I'm sorry. Fitness medicine Vogel to kind of hold and versus Karen's fitness con to try and grab something really quick.
All right. Since there's no momentum, I'll just roll this straight.
All right, that sounds fair. I'll roll straight. I'll roll flat as well. That's a no for me.
Karen, as you grab the puke bag to hand it to Vogel, she unfortunately is unable to hold it and throws up right in front of you, getting some of it on your uniform.
Well,
Sorry.
I always,
I'm sorry.
I always thought these uniforms lacked color, and now I've got. Huh? You have pancakes for breakfast?
It it was. It's been a while since I had them. I'm so sorry.
Not your fault. Can Karen have a roll to create a trait to counter the complication? Basically, to set it in.
It fades after the scene, so it's not a lingering
Oh.
complicate. It's not a lingering negative trait. So unless there was multiple complications that were rolled, then one of the side effects would be lingering for longer than a scene. She'll just feel queasy for but she won't throw up.
Yeah.
All right, you should put the hypo to Vogel's neck. You should be feeling better in a little bit. You just lay there until the room stops spinning, and she'll be stare to a cold cloth on Vogel's head, and then she'll look for a mop.
Oh, there's a storage room there.
You know, that is something that's never touched in Star Trek is how the ship gets cleaned.
Probably don't
That's
need
what
a
enlisted
mop.
people are for.
You probably just take the I guess it would be a cleaning phaser and you just vaporize it.
Cleaning phaser? You made that up.
I mean, well, they use sonic showers too, so it could be like a sonic thing. It's the future,
Yeah,
man.
well, Karen will get the appropriate technobabble device to clean up the pancakes. Ooh, Vogel. What kind of syrup did you put on those? That reeks.
Just maple.
Telluride maybe. She's being obtruse to try to get Vogel's mind on something other than her pain and the queasiness. I think we're learning that
But Vogel's just
Price
probably
has a
going to,
unique sense of.
and Vogel would probably just retreat into her own mind to fight off the pain, because I think that's what she would do.
Well, in that case, it makes for a quiet scene.
Yep. Could probably head somewhere else, Jim. Or, you could try this on the Tellarite that has it.
We thought they were in a bad mood normally. Wait until after that shot.
Yeah, right.
Maybe it puts them in a good mood. But
Knox, you're playing Garo.
there he is.
You don't have a choice.
I'm okay. Great. I'm now done with food. Thank you. Let's see. Garo. Okay.
Put on your best Tellarite.
I'm gonna put on my best teller right here. Okay. Garo is the Helms guy, right? Okay. He's the one that's in medical right now.
Yep.
Okay. Well then.
So a nurse approaches him as he comes in. One of her pant legs is decorated with Vogel's pancakes. She looks quite seriously at Garrel and says, "Please state the nature of your medical emergency."
He just gives you a look like how many people say that, have said that to him in medical. Okay, maybe not that many, but he gives you that look as if I'm here for my treatment.
Your annual personality injection, sir.
It just gives you a look. Well, or maybe you could teach me. And it would be full of comedy and vomit on my uniform.
I can arrange for the vomit if you like. It would be
So
it would be it would be decoration for the mud in your quarters.
maybe we should just get on with the medical. That is, Tellurite for you insulted me well.
So much for fun. Have a step over here to the bio bed, and I will get the cure ready for you, because Dr. Whitman says that we now have a cure for what ails you. I mean, the
This
Venus compound exposure, not the lack of personality.
Thank you. And only somebody with as low personality as you could identify my personality faults. He smiles and heads over to the thing. I can't move him, so
That's the single most complicated way anyone has ever told me. Damn it! Now the phrase went out of the player's head. Oh, I know you are, but what am I? Takes one to know one.
Yes. He's
Price will check Corral's records to see if he needs as serious a dose as Vogel got.
1.5.
All right. Well, she's going to do the math because it was so much fun when she got the complication before. She will double check the math as well. That's what a good nurse does anyway.
Reason medicine, difficulty 2.
Okay.
Well, reason or
we still don't
insight
have any
medicine.
momentum. Take a threat. Insight. We used reason before. Oh, make it harder.
I was giving you an option.
All right. Insight. Oh, an option. Well, my option is I will stick with reason. Reason's better for her. All right. So immunology worked last time, so I suppose it works this time.
Yeah.
Let's see if it works better this time. Hey, Karen is better at treating.
Interesting numbers there. Gain of momentum.
Not sure what that says about Ensign Goral there. Ensign?
Tell you right,
Yeah.
you can handle anything.
Okay. Give me. All right. Carl needs to make a fitness medicine difficulty of 3. But you know what? I have threat. Complication range is 2.
Oh man, you're gonna complication me on a medical with the Tellurite. Okay. I just gotta get into his sheet here.
Now get comfortable, Mr. Ensign Garrow. This may cause some inflammation of the joints, fever, muscle spasms.
I'm sure I can handle it. Okay.
Nausea, loss of personality.
I've got no worries there. Okay, you said control and medicine?
No, fitness and medicine difficulty of 3. Complication range 2.
Okay, comp range 2. And I don't see anything that gives him an advantage. He's rolling 2 dice, right?
Well, you can buy more dice with you can give me threat or spend that momentum.
I'll spend that momentum because that's
What is
an angry Tellurite.
His is 3.
just being curious, would his trait of being a Tellurite help him in any way in this situation?
If he was no,
Like the not the species of not the talent, but like the trait of being a Tellurite. I'm not sure exactly like how they're worded.
Well, Tellulites are probably tough, but
Yeah, but a little tenderizer would take care of that.
it's true. Okay, I'm gonna roll then. Here it goes. 3 dice. Yeah, complication.
Man, what is it with people throwing up on Karen's uniform today?
Oh, this might be worse.
Okay, no, this is great. He looks at Karen and takes the shot.
So you can succeed at cost, but you definitely failed, and there's a complication. So I will allow the succeeded cost on this. There won't be a assist roll for this since the roll technically there was no successes.
Those, yep.
Let's see. So if I succeed at cost, it's just adds to threat. But I still have a complication.
No,
right?
I will be spending the complication. There are things for this.
Okay.
So
Okay. I'll succeed at threat then. I'll go ahead and spend it. Increase threat.
Oh,
And then you get to
Kira's
decide
not one to let a complication go with that just gaining threat, unless he just is completely out of ideas.
Like I said, you can see the cost, but there's two
This is true.
complications.
I love it. It's up to you. I really, otherwise,
No, no,
I'd
no, no.
projectile
It's
vomit
up to
probably.
you. The roll can stand and it can fail, but there's a complication. But you can succeed at cost. So,
I'll succeed at cost, and I leave
okay.
the complication to you.
All right. So, for the succeed at cost, the Aphrodite's limit goes down by 1 to 2. Garl, you feel you start sweating profusely, across your brow and your face and all your joints, and before you know it, Tellarites do not get disorientated. They never get disorientated. However, the room spins violently as you feel your insides feel like they're becoming your outsides, as the pain is unbearable. And as you feel like you're about to throw up, kind of hold it in. However, the pain is so terrible that you feel like your arms are like trying to twist and bend in proportions that they are not meant to twist and bend.
I think he might fall off his because he's probably just sitting there while he was getting the shot because he was thinking this is like normal Starfleet medicine. You get a shot in the arm, you leave medical. So I think he's going to scream out and probably fall over.
Kira will attempt to catch him, but the Tellarites are heavy.
Yeah. You may be going down with me.
I am not. Garl's
Sturdy.
not going to set the difficulty for this. This is going to be a fitness security difficulty of 3 to catch him.
Oof. All right, fitness. Whoa.
The dangers of daily immunization and medical.
You're running short on threat, Jim. I'll give you 3. That's the best I got for you, Daryl. Oh,
More
no.
complications.
Ain't nothing I can do about it.
Is the sick bay going to be a smoking rune?
Sick bay is designed to handle these kinds of emergencies.
Okay. Karen, you go to attempt to grab Garl, and he is easily 3 times your weight. Hands down. Just from his builds, plus the extra pounds that he has on him that no one dares to question. You try to grab him in time, but he's violently, spazzing that he can't really control his movements. And as you try to grab him to put on the suppressive field, he lurches forward, dragging you down to the floor, and knocking the tray behind you as you hit it, spilling all over you with unknown concoctions and medicines and other stuff in petri dishes that is now on top of you.
Oh.
And Garl.
And I think he's like just gritting his teeth
and it smells very funky. I will put it that way. At the moment.
Oh my gosh, girl, that sounds like the inside. That smells like the inside of your shoes.
Thank you.
Quit being a drama queen and get back up on that bed.
I'll crawl back up on the bed.
Ew.
What is this stuff over us?
I don't know, but I don't think those particular chemicals should be mixing. Ooh. God, those two bacteria that are on the edge of your nose, I think they're in love.
What are you talking about?
Don't inhale sharply from your nose. I wouldn't want to snort that up.
Now he's still in pain, so he's gonna grit and bear it because hey, he's a tough Tellurite, right?
Let me get the sonic cleaner for a moment and get that off your nose.
Thank you.
Ooh, the
Girl,
tusks grow back, right?
you feel a burning sensation across your cheek. Karen, you kind of feel, your arm is burning. Like you have almost feels like a chemical burn.
She will look at it, and if it's burning through the uniform shirt, um, she will just very quickly strip the uniform shirt, just strip out of the uniform top, uh, uh, and then use the sonic cleaning device on girl's cheek,
And
doing
girl,
the airplane thing where the breathing device over your face before you deal with children.
right.
Give me control medicine difficulty 2.
As she strips out of the top of the uniform shirt. Control medicine difficulty 2. As she strips out of her shirt, she thinks, and this is why our uniforms come with an undershirt. Take a threat for a third die. And here we go.
You managed to clean up the mess, but you could definitely tell you're gonna have to apply some ointment to your skin.
Well, what
And
about
Garl's face.
Goral?
And his face too.
She will take care of him. Now that the immediate threat of it getting worse is off of her arm, she'll take care of Carol first, and then she'll take care of herself.
Unfortunately, Garl is in
How's
intense pain.
how's
Oh, he's in intense.
yeah? He's just trapping.
She'll give Carol a sedative to calm him down, or a salt lick, one of the two.
He'd probably enjoy both.
Yeah, right.
Okay, what's next?
After giving Carol a sedative and getting cleaned off, the Price will just she's done with him. She'll check on Vogel for a minute, and then she's going to go try to go find a clean uniform.
This is why medical officers used to wear scrubs and not uniforms.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Even military doctors.
True.
All right. Captain Perrone, you enter your ready room. You see something peculiar laying on the top of your desk. Appears to be a bottle of some sort.
I will cross the room, sit in my nice, comfy, ergonomic chair, and have a look at the bottle on my desk.
As you look at the bottle, it is for battle words, a clay bottle with a wax cap on it, and you see what looks like a note underneath it.
We'll lift up the bottle and have a look at the note.
As you lift up the note, you notice that it doesn't feel like paper. You, it's more feels like a papyrus paper.
Like rice paper?
Yeah, and that is what appears on the note.
Okay. Part of it looks like one of the dippers. My first thought is to is there a label on the bottle?
There's no label on the bottle. It is a clay bottle, so it. Do you examine the bottle?
Yes.
As you lift up the bottle, you see that there seems to be sort of a wooden type cork to it that's sealed in a wax. Um, you notice that there doesn't seem to be any emblems or seals on it. There's nothing on the bottle itself. It is almost feels crudely made clay bottle. Yet for some reason, it almost looks like a wine bottle.
Sure.
But you
Like
get the
maybe like
feeling
a
that
carafe of
it appears
sorry.
almost like it's very old.
Okay. Just working off my initial impression when I saw the dots. Um, he will compare that pattern, kind of run it through run the pattern through he doesn't want to put the paper through the computer. That kind of paper tends to be fragile. But maybe he'll scan it with a tricorder and compare the dot pattern with known constellations. So that's a mighty big task. Maybe known constellations from that might be seen either from Earth or Kronos.
Reason con difficulty of 3 assisted by the ship's computers con. If you're you're not getting it, you're going through the tricorder, right?
Yeah,
Not the ship systems. Well, the ship's tied. The tricorder is tied to the ship.
yeah, and I basically used the tricorder to scan it so that I could
Yeah.
upload
So
it to the
yeah, the ship
computer.
will be assisting. So computers, science.
Oh, read science then. Oh no, reason con for me, science for the ship.
Yes.
Um, wow, I guess it's going to be a give the GM threat night. Um,
Hey, to be fair, I started with 3
yeah,
threat. So
I know. Well, speaking of 3, you're going to get 3 more. Difficulty you said was 3, yeah?
yeah.
Okay. So there's for your 3 more threat. Ooh, I need the ship to come through for me. That is not the Navajo. Starts with an N, but it's not the Navajo. Computers. Science. Come on, Navajo. Hey.
As you run it, your terminal, computer comes essentially comes back. No reference found from either locations.
Hmm. Perrone is just kind of a daring guy. He's this notice is just fascinating. I think whatever thing you could, if you, he will not on the actual paper connect the dots and see if that generates a symbol in any known language.
Inside Science, difficulty 2.
Linguistics as a focus.
Yeah.
And just because you're running short on it, take another threat. Finally, some momentum.
Gain a momentum. You don't find, as you kind of trace it back, you don't find that it's any language, at least one that you don't know of. But you're leaning that it's probably not a language.
In all the stuff we have on the Calathian, well, that wouldn't work because their homeworld's in the Delta in the Gamma Quadrant. This is probably a swing and a miss, but does that dot pattern match any star patterns that could be seen from Gemulon 5?
Give me threat. I'm gonna up the complication range here. This is going to be a reason plus con, assisted by the ship's computers plus science, difficulty 3, complication range 3.
Okay. I don't have a focus for this one. Difficulty 3. All right, take the momentum into threat. Oh, look at that. There's a complication. I don't have a reroll, but let me see what the ship has to say. Oh, I had the ship up already because I need the ship. Come on, Navo. Help me out here, buddy. Oh, look at that. Once again, saved by the ship. And there's nothing I can do about the complication.
Computer comes. Match found. Star constellation and Gemulon night sky. Unknown error. 1 point does not match.
Well, it's like we're getting closer. Hmm. This is fun. Prone will scan the document. I don't know if maybe we go there. I gotta be Perrone. This is way too cautious for Perrone. He's gonna kind of shake the bottle, see if there's a liquid in it that he's assuming is in it. But
There is a
he's gonna
liquid.
swish it around.
It is swishing around inside. You can feel the weight, distributing like it's almost a full bottle of wine.
Well, nice. He will pull out a knife and cut the wax seal and have a smell.
It smells like almost fruit juicy.
Definitely not Klingon. Certainly not something from home. Yeah, what the heck? Perrone's going to replicate himself with glass and pour.
Take a drink.
I could see Perone having wine glasses just in his office in a cupboard somewhere.
Well, it might not be. It might be. It might not be something he wants to put in his own wine glasses, but he is going to drink it. He's going to take a. He's gonna smell it. You know, kind of get the bouquet. But you already told him it's fruity, so he's not a huge fan of fruity wines. But he'll take a decent sized sip.
You take a sip. It is it's sweet but not too sweet. It's definitely a fruit based type wine. Um, Almost similar to grapes, but it also has a bit of a sharp, bitter uh, tone to it after the sweetness or the taste of the sweetness goes away. And you don't really get that feeling of the alcohol burn that you would from any hard liquor.
Hmm, it's interesting. So it's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. Uh, you would think it's definitely fermented for a very long time though.
When I did the language check, did the computer check it against what we have in the database for the Calathian language?
Um, you well when you did you did the language check yourself. It wasn't
Mhm.
you went through there. You thinking like, is there any possible way this could form into words or whatnot? And you your intuition told you that no, these can't really be any words or symbols
Symbols.
from.
All right. Well, it's a bit of a mystery. It's a gift from a mystery from a mysterious gift. Someone that knows something about Perone to sent something like wine. Um, all right, now he's gonna use his tricord to get a chemical composition of. Let's start with the paper. Let's see if we can get some scan of the paper that might give us an idea of where it originated from. That still partially looks like the Little Dipper or the big one.
The okay, give me a reason plus science difficulty of 4 assisted by these ships computers plus science. Complication range 3.
Difficulty 4?
Yes.
Oh, good lord. Yeah, I don't have a value that matches this. Oh, all right. Double your threat total.
I mean, you could always ask for assistance too.
I got within one. I just need the computer not to roll a complication. Ah. All right. Well, that's a non-starter. Problem is my pseudo science officer is laid up in sick bay. When Perrone walked in here, was Knox on the bridge?
It's end of shift
Probably.
or end of shift, so
Perrone's gonna tap his comm badge. That's Captain Perrone to Lieutenant Knox.
Go ahead.
Before you got off shift, anyone besides me come into my ready room?
Did anyone, GM?
nope.
No. She'll text security things. Maybe if during the time she stepped away or what have you. But the answer is probably still no, right?
The answer is still no.
Yeah, I checked security logs from when I stepped away. Nobody came in through then either. Do I have something we need to worry about?
I don't know if it's a worry yet, but somebody left me a gift on my desk.
Oh,
And
that's
while
awesome.
it's quite tasty, I'm not really sure where this particular vintage comes from. They even
Well,
left
I'm
me a
off
little
shift
puzzle.
now. You know what? I'm off shift now, and just as tactical officer, I should check it to make sure there's no threat to the captain.
There's a threat. It's a little late now. Perrone's already drank some of it. He's probably still sipping on it since it tastes good.
You think she's just trying to con a glass of wine out of you before she gets once she's off shift.
All right, since he wasn't able to get anything from the paper, um, he will scan the vessel that it's in. Kind of the same goal. Maybe the chemical or physical composition of the jar will, or the carafe will give him an idea of where it comes from. Oh, look at that threat.
Same
I'm gonna
roll.
spin it right back at you.
Same roll as before.
All right.
Diff 4.
You have your same 6 threat.
Kept 3.
The only way I'm going to make this roll.
I'm aware.
There you go.
All right. Put the
Computers.
ship sheet. What I hide it under?
Computer science.
Apparently, like a dummy, I closed it. All right. Now, ship. Just don't roll a complication. Oh. Look at that. Two momentum gained.
Yep. The as you scan the pot, you do it. There are it's obviously made out of clay, but there are some. It's not harmful, but it does. There are some essentially radioactive isotopes. Like nothing that's in the rim that is going to kill you. It's found in practically all pottery.
Mm-hmm.
It those isotopes register to a system within the Rolar sector. Uh, Known as Zervani Prime.
Zarvani Prime. What do I know about what does the ship's computer have on Zarvani Prime? Is that spelled with a Z? Hey,
Do you want to spend
I even
momentum
guessed
for?
at this.
Do you want to spend momentum for obtain information?
Yeah, because I just got to keep running down this star pattern rabbit trail. Now I'm going to ask the computer if that dot pattern matches a star pattern above Zarvani Prime because it's in the same sector, so it's possible. Like a dog with a bone on that star pattern thing. The GM got quiet, too quiet.
I wasn't
That
sure.
is never a good sign.
No, sorry. Um, coughing fit.
Yeah, sorry, man.
It's okay. Okay, the star system in general, yes, the constellation does match similarly. However, matching if you met by matching the two, um, you notice that that dot from the Gemulon system would match the position of that star system. From the where you would be looking up in the Gemulon night sky.
Okay, that was you just answered the question I was about to ask you. Is my brow furrowed in momentary confusion? Okay. Can I use my other momentum to obtain information to find out what we have on that system, or is that another roll?
For momentum. The star system in general was last surveyed in 20 to 68 by the USS Hornet. The star in general is a G-type main sequence star. There is a number of stars, but there's primarily 5 planets within the system. The second planet in general is a Class M planet.
Has Starfleet done a more thorough scan of that planet?
They have not. It is scheduled that it is off limits.
Is there an explanation in the file for that?
Give me control command difficulty of. I'm gonna spend more thread at you here. Difficult control command difficulty of 3, complication range of 4.
Would you say Comp 4, Diff 3?
Yes, com 4 diff 3.
All right. with that kind of difficulty, is it like classified off limits?
Yes and no. It's just designated to not go there.
Reason I asked is wondering if poking into this file would make the value sometimes the end justifies the means applicable.
Yeah, I mean, it's piqued your interest. Everything points to here, you know, and there's, for some whatever reason, Starfleet says, no, we're sealing everything up.
All right, then I'm going to spend my determination. All right, difficulty 3. I just need one success on my remaining die. I will give you 1 threat for a 3rd die. And I'll activate bold. I seriously doubt I have a focus for this. Oh, need to mark the button. Determination value. Oh, I can reroll one of those. I get to keep the complication because I already used my reroll, and that was my value use. So that was my determination. So
Okay, you
lay it
use
on me.
your command codes to get access to why the system is labeled off limits. As you dig through the data, you notice that there is a primitive, or well, not primitive, but a pre-warp civilization on Zervani Prime, which is the second planet of the system that contains roughly around 200,000 individuals. It appeared to state within the classical era, similar to Greek and Roman type level of technology. Just as you got to get the reason as to why this system was later classified after the USS Hornet's survey mission, your console goes blank, and it says unauthorized directive, file locked out.
Well, that's curious. All right. Since we're in system, anyway, Perrone's going to see if Admiral Gibson is taking calls today.
You're just to FY, you are still in orbit around Gemulon, so you're near the outpost. But you do get his adjunct on your viewer.
I can't remember. You full commander or lieutenant commander? Talk to her.
I think she's just a lieutenant. 1 second. If I can remember where I put. Yeah, she's just a full lieutenant.
Good afternoon, Lieutenant. Is the Admiral in?
Captain Perrone. Unfortunately, the Admiral is tied up with a subspace meeting at the moment. The Admiral wished to extend his thank you for helping with the colony below on their medical needs.
Well, that's our job. I'm glad we were able to minimize casualties and protect most of the colony. Would you make a message to the Admiral if you would? Tell him when he gets a chance. I'd like to get his permission on something before we head back on patrol.
I will notify him as soon as he's out.
Appreciate it. I'm sure you're busy there, so Navajo out. And I think that's all he's got for now. And the player needs to go away AFK for a few minutes.
Knox, what are you up to?
She put on.
God, I'm off shift. Well, let's see. If there's holodeck, one, she'll probably head to the gym. She's a gym rat. So, either yoga or working out because as a TAC officer, you gotta stay frosty, right? So, probably down to the gym. She tried to con some alcohol out of the captain, but she realized, okay, it sounds like it wasn't like something like scotch. So, hit the gym first. Or if does the ship have a swimming pool, or is that just a holodeck thing that occasionally gets activated?
Unless you want to swim with the aquatics that are on board, there are no other pools.
Well, shit, she's not bothered by the aquatics, so if it's not weights day, then she'll the aquatics probably know her because she comes in to swim, So, um, sounds good. Aquatics day. She'll she'll hit her quarters, grab the swimsuit, change into it, and head on down to the aquatic center.
You go into the aquatic center, and there's a little pool. It's not real big, but the aquatic it's actually rather extremely deep. And there's tunnels and whatnot that run through different parts. And you
Well, that real that's a challenge to do that kind of stuff as a swimmer. So, she definitely does that, but she does it safely, right? She'll but yeah.
yeah, you hop in the pool. One of the aquatics, a dolphin, swims up next to you and just kind of looks at you
Hey,
like, "Why are you here?"
I'm practicing for underwater rescue and swimming. If you don't mind and if I don't get in the way. I come down here once in a while. I don't know if I know you.
You hear a bunch of little chirps and whistle. Yeah, I don't want to do my best down Periscope impersonation. Okay, right now, my voice is already wrecked. uh,
Well, I'll
uh,
just make weird with aquatics, whoever the supervisor is here, and I'll let him know I'm gonna do a deep dive because you never know when you're security when you're gonna have to do something that's so she always cross trains.
it you get the feeling as it like chirps and the kind of whistles at you. It's like kind of for me like, you sure you want to?
I'll give him back through the translator. No, no, but look, if there's ever a security event, it also means I know these routes, and I'll have a communicator with me. I'll go deep. I'll push the limits, but I'll be careful about that.
You get a little like chirp, and the universal translator doesn't say anything. It just kind of goes. You get the feeling like
Beep.
it just sighs, like, ugh.
Okay, thanks. I'll be in and out, so to speak. So the first thing she'll do is, well, you're going to get a workout doing this kind of stuff. She'll look at the routes. She probably has a vague idea of how long she can hold her breath and stuff like that. And doing deep dives is like, like when you're going to the edge of, what you can do, that's pretty physically taxing, but
I
she
know.
works out, so she's gonna be smart about it. She's gonna look at it, and make sure she's not going deeper than she thinks she can handle. And the first one, she'll just go for a deep dive. That's a tricky thing to do.
Are you
So,
grabbing any equipment?
okay, just because she's doing this, she is going to get a rebreather and just strap it on around her waist.
Well, it would
And
be okay. Yeah, it would be something a little bit different, but
yeah,
it'd
it would
be
be, what
for
I'm talking
water.
about.
Yeah,
Right. And she's just going to carry that because it's just smart. You know what I mean? In case something
well,
goes wrong.
it
And
I
she'll look at the
if
depth of like the tube. And,
so, what I remember correctly, it's just something that goes over your mouth and operates kind of like as artificial gills.
right.
Um, so it's not like a huge tank thing that you wear, like a scuba tank.
No, I figured it was pretty simple. So now, can I slap that on underwater, or do
You
I
would put it on
need
before you get
to?
underwater, so you get a good seal in your.
That's what I figured. She'll initiate the seal, but she's not going to use it unless she absolutely has to.
Well, it auto
And
uses, so it sort of like
well,
operates when you go into the water automatically.
right. But I'm not going to inhale in. I'm going to pretend it's not there, you know.
So you're gonna
And then
hold your
I'm going
breath.
to,
Okay.
exactly. Because that's what she's going to do. This is, there's the hell seals do this kind of training, right? They'll go into an area and so she does a lot of spec forces type stuff on her free time.
I mean,
So
believe me, I know.
she'll,
I've
yeah,
I had a swimming pool that was 16 feet deep, so
the ball game.
I know the ballgame.
So yeah, she'll dive in and utilize the time. She'll make sure she's not interfering with anything the aquatics are doing. So she'll pick a route, in the tubes that they aren't using, and she'll try to
Fit,
go right up to her limit.
give me fitness security difficulty of 2.
Player characters. Here we go. And here we go. Perform tax. You said fitness, and what was the other one?
Security difficulty 2.
Difficulty 2. Complication range 1. I'm not going to grab any other dice. I'm not going beyond my edge, just right up to it, or close to it. Here it goes. Oh, wow. Okay. So 2 successes. I rolled a 1.
So you get pretty deep, like going pretty far. Do you wish to continue going further?
If I think I'm right up on the edge, I'm going to head back up. Well, yeah, I'll head back up because learning to surface, like when you're free diving, it's tricky. You have to breathe out. You've got to do it at a certain pace. So depending on my depth, she's going to go through that process and bring herself up to the surface.
Okay, give me fitness security difficulty 2 to swim back. Complication range 2.
2. Okay. Here we go. Okay. That's probably only 1 success. I'm not seeing it yet.
No,
2 succeed.
no,
Oh,
six. It's
it
2.
is. I got 2. Okay.
You swim back up to the surface and take off the river mask, and you exhale, or well, inhale, as you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and she'll probably, do that once. Well, if she felt like, okay, that was a workout and I pushed myself right up to the limits, then she's probably going to wrap it up at that and, leave a thank you, for the aquatics. So, and then she'll probably hit the gym,
As you
or 10 forward.
you as you get out of the aquatics pool, the one swims up and goes, you know, whistles and does all the it sounds and whistles, and tells you next time bring a ball.
You got it. We'll plan on this. How about 2 days? So, okay. And yeah, she'll dry off, head out, and gosh, if she feels like she got a good enough workout, then yeah, she might just head to 10 forward to relax a little. Or maybe find her favorite buddy, one of the one of the pilots of note. So yeah, I would say she's probably gonna dry off, head to her quarters, dry off, just change into, another uniform. And she'll see if anybody she knows is at 10 forward or if Sarah's there, because she does go hang out with Sarah.
Wrong button. Sorry.
No
Uh,
worries.
you head into 10 forward. The bartender walks up to you as you sit down. What can I get you,
She'll,
Lieutenant?
could you, that bottle I gave you of the Caldosian scotch? I'd love 2 fingers of that with a piece of ice in it. The real stuff.
Coming right up. She replicates a glass that has a ball of ice in it. She takes the cup, sets it on the table, and then pulls out the bottle and pours you your drink.
There you go. Yeah, she's not an excessive drinker, but she is a Scotswoman and does like her scotch. So she'll carefully sip it and enjoy that she's off shift. So I'll look at the bartender. The Aquatics told me to come back and bring a ball. I think they want to play. The Aquatics in the Aquatic Center, the dolphins and the
Well, maybe you could get a game of water volleyball going with the aquatics.
That's what I'm hoping. That'll be crazy. And maybe the dolphins and the belugas. That'll be fun. I was hoping to make friends with them, doing a little diving. And the water's warmer here than it is in the locks of my world. I'll look around. Do I see? I don't see Vogel or anything around.
That is going to be up to Vogel and the other players if they wish to play a supporting character or their character down into 10 forward.
Vogel, because of the treatment, is probably laying low.
Yeah, see, I don't know that you had the treatment and it went bad. Usually, this is where she finds you, so she'll ask the bartender, "Hey, have you seen Miss Vogel today?"
I have not. She hasn't come in today. Several of my usual, several of the usuals haven't been in today.
I could
Rumor.
see Price being intent forward or drinking heavily.
Probably. She knows Price. They've been on a few missions together. She'll look over. Price, you want some scotch? The real stuff?
I don't know if the captain's back or not.
Ah.
Oh, I'm here. It's,
So yeah, Knox will look over at you and go, "You want some real scotch? I've got some out."
not not particularly. You know that stuff's bad for you, right?
Yeah, but I don't drink that much of it, and I work out, so at least for the moment, my body can handle it. It's a religious thing with people from my world. There's an old legend about how a bottle of scotch saved a mayor of Caldos.
Yeah, I think just about every species has a myth about how the regular consumption of alcohol
I,
uh, contributes to longer life,
I,
but
this is true.
all the science says no.
I know, but it's my
Science says
one bad. Okay, my only bad indulgences are, two fingers of scotch every other day, and I eat some of the food that Solok makes. That's probably just absolutely bad for you, but I make up for it in the gym. That's probably another myth too, isn't it?
The gym doesn't help you with liver disease.
No, it doesn't. Well, I'll have to keep my consumption low. It does keep me sane. And the captain family is involved in, or comes from an area where there's wine production. So these are all just excuses.
So you require alcohol to wind down at the end of the shift. Is that what you're saying?
No, because I don't do it every night. But this was a victory. I went down and I swam with the aquatics. I did some deep diving.
No, exercise is good for you.
This is true. I do a lot of exercise, so I could probably get away with this a bit. But we'll definitely check my blood and make sure I'm not overindulging. So
And
she'll finish up.
now that she is needled now that she's needled Knox about drinking her whiskey, she'll turn to the bartender and say, uh, give me a double margarita on the rocks. Use the real Cuervo under the table that you have under the counter that I brought you last month."
Knox is just gonna give her a look like, that amused Knox.
She grabs you the bottle of cup and a glass and sets it on the counter.
He looks at the bartender and says, "Oh, this is my punishment for the joke. I have to make my own margaritas, and she'll reach behind the bar. She'll just stand up and lean over the bar and grab the sour mix and uh, salt her own glass. Then
Yeah, I think I made friends with one of the aquatics today. He wants me to bring a ball next time. I'm like, right on.
well, it sounds like fun, and exercise is good for you.
It's
It's almost as good
exercise,
for you
and
as tequila is bad for you.
that's right. She will look on a data pad and like how far do those you know swimming tunnels go around the ship? Is the ship laced, or is it just a section or a deck, or are there aquatic waterways that weave all throughout the ship? She's probably never looked this
They
up
don't.
in
No,
particular.
they don't weave throughout all the ship. They're primarily in the saucer section of the ship.
Okay.
And they take up about a couple decks. Two,
Okay.
actually, probably 2 or 3 decks.
But if you had to get around the saucer section in an unusual way, you could probably use these waterways or at least a couple of the decks. So just kind of
Uh,
glancing at that.
I'm not. There is a. The saucer section is primarily the same as the galaxies. I would have to look on the blueprints that I got because I
No
don't
I
worries.
remember.
don't
I
think
guess what she's doing is she's always processing like, what if I had to do,
I
what if I
don't
had to get from area,
think.
you know?
Yeah, I don't think it goes throughout the entire ship. I think it only goes through
No, probably
a forward, like a section of the ship, and that's mainly for navigational purposes.
right.
Like they actually assist in navigation. So
Yeah, the dolphins are 3D thinkers, so I had a game where well, add a character. I ran a game, a T-Walk game, where they were experimenting with dolphins on constitutions. Yeah, she's just looking at that and amused by it. So she will look over at Price. How was your day?
Oh, it was interesting. She Price runs her fingers through her hair, pulls out a blob of fluff, and says, "Here, hold this."
Okay, she'll hold it.
Yeah, I tell you, it's interesting. I had like 2 patients throw up on me today. I think I got some of my hair.
Yeah, she'll put that. she'll she'll carefully put it on the glowing table. Yeah, sounds like yeah, mine was quite boring by comparison.
You know, what-
I just
you know what I would really like to meet one of these days? A species that vomits glitter.
that would be spectacular. And it probably exists out there somewhere.
Probably just in somebody's imagination. And if it did happen, lots of people would probably complain about it.
Shellyak. Tell me the Shellyak don't, I mean nobody's been able to check anything like that. I think Jean-Luc Picard would know, but they're very glittery on the outside, so sort
It's
of black.
possible.
It's possible. Well, cheers. You survived today.
I did.
I
Why
just,
did you go swimming? Why did you? So what had you going down to cetacean ops?
well, I'm doing one of the security clearances in aquatic operations. So I have to get my deep diving up to a certain level in order to, clear that program. So I've been heading down. This is my second or third time down there.
Oh, I hear in security the best way to prepare yourself for uh, extreme environments and situations is to experience them firsthand.
I get to do that on a pretty regular basis. We were down, at that facility on the planet that was, down at the base of the ocean. So that was the other inspiration. I realized, yeah, aquatic operations can happen. So you should have some skill in them.
We should prepare for that. You could come down sometime and we'll put you in a bariatric chamber and let you experience the bends.
No, that I'll do only if necessary. But I appreciate the offer. um,
I'm sure Dr. Whitman wouldn't mind much.
I'm sure. Yeah, shit, Whitman might not. I think Whitman would mind, but it is good that we do have a bariatric chamber like that.
Well,
So
I mean, I'd have to replicate one, or we could go down to the replicate, down to the holodeck and pretend.
that's true. Yes, and I do that on a regular basis. I do the holodeck programs sometimes with the safeties lowered on the security programs. I thought we did have a bariatric chamber. I remember those were standard at one point. I just assumed they still were.
Well, I mean, we don't really have much of a call for one. I mean,
I
we're
guess you
how often do you turn how often do you turn a starship or a shuttle into a submarine?
well, fairly recently that actually came up. We did. I rigged it. It worked out well. I was glad because if it didn't, that would have been very embarrassing.
If I remember the captain's log from that, or the mission logs from that, if it hadn't worked, you wouldn't have been around to be embarrassed.
Probably not. Oh, I don't think you get rid of me either. Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly the case. I
I
was
mean,
worried.
that wouldn't have been flattering for your career anyway.
That would have been right. Exactly. Knox smiles. Yeah, I was a little worried when we were at maximum depth. I was checking the pressure all the time. I don't do this engineering stuff as much as I used to. I used to be an engineer, and then I transferred to tactical. So,
Why?
oh god, it's a long story. Wolf 359. That's basically it. I was a regular engineer up until that event, and then I was suddenly thrust into the seat of being a tactical officer. And afterwards, um, a few senior officers in Starfleet decided I had potential there, and they made sure that I started getting the cross training. So, and then Perrone picked me up, and that's how it happened.
Perone picked you up? You don't seem like his type.
For tactical reasons, he picked me up. Yeah, I saw the opportunity and I applied for it because, I like Nebula class starships. It's my favorite design. Started off on Miranda's though, but that's most people, right? A lot of people on Miranda's. What about you? How did you get here?
By shuttle.
Prior to that, though?
I was on a no birth medical ship.
Ah,
This is only my second posting. I really wanted to get stationed to one of those Olympic class medical ships, but I guess I need to be thrown up on two or three more times before I'm qualified for that.
they'll give you they'll give you a meritoriously. They'll give you a throw up pin for that, and then yes, you'll be eligible. How many times? 4.
Well,
So
twice today. I mean, I'm working on it.
you're booking the miles, as they say. Usually, I see Vogel here, but she's not around.
No, she's kind of tall and skinny.
That's true. That's true. But usually, I catch her here after shift. But she's not around today.
Well, I'm sure she's lying around somewhere.
So, what do you think of the doc? She's pretty plain spoken.
She nags the captain a little much. I swear,
Yeah,
if I didn't,
he's
if,
got.
if, if, if I didn't know he was into Klingons, I'd think they were an old married couple. She nags, he ignores.
Well, he's Perrone's put his time in the fleet. What, 30 years? 30 years in the fleet? Or
I think
25?
he's getting closer to 40.
Holy crap. Well,
He's been around. He's been around long enough to get away with not getting regular physicals.
really? He doesn't
Well, they say rank has its privileges, and with Perone, it's rank plus seniority.
right. 30 years of seniority plus rank, that's pretty potent. He could retire tomorrow if he wanted to. Easy. Get
Ah,
that
we could
house.
only be so lucky.
No, I like working under him. I think he's practical in his decision making. I've met some people who I thought, how did they get to the rank of captain? But there's no formula for that. People just end up in the right circumstances and impress the right people. So
Well, but the biggest problem with that is guys like Perone. They get where they are by being in the wrong place at the right time.
yeah, I would suspect that's part of his backstory too. But yeah, you either survive those situations or you don't make them past them, right?
Yeah. He does seem like a durable old goat.
That he
Do they
is. That he
do they
is.
have goats in Italy? Sure, they have goats in Italy.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they have goats in Italy, but it is a legitimate question. She'll check on the datapad. Yes, they have goats in Italy.
So there you go. He's a durable old goat. I heard he took out 2 Zorn with a batleth.
Yeah, he's
And
actually a good melee fighter, is my guess, and he does have a bat lift. So
yeah, you should have heard Dr. Whitman cussing under her breath when he refused to let her remove those scars from his face.
no, no, that's currency with his Klingon friends. So for sure, I have a claymore in my room, so I can go on the offensive as well. I've never had to use it on a ship, but I have one of the family claymores.
You're a little small for that large a sword.
No, this would be the basket hilt one, heavy blade. So more like a hand in a hand. Well, more like a broadsword with a basket. So a little bit lighter than a two-handed. So the family has
So
a
not
few
re-
swords.
so not really a claymore then.
Um, well, I've heard it put in that category before, so I think it.
Not That's not the way it is in 10th edition D&D.
Yeah, I know. I'm throwing at real life that I've seen, like a heavy basket hilt, Highland sword like that, referred to as a claymore as well. So
No, they said after that disaster that was the 8th edition of D&D that they were going to make it super realistic this time.
that's right. So but the family had a few heavy swords, so I do train with them, and I've done melee training before. I have a couple programs for Japanese swordsmanship. Iaido actually is the other thing I study. So
Yeah, I
it's
think you and the captain are nuts. I mean, that's why God invented phasers.
yeah, but sometimes a phaser doesn't work, and that happened to me here on this ship. So that's why I blew up a hallway. I hadn't, I literally my phaser jammed. So
Well,
so
and then for
phasers,
girls like me, that's why I have security personnel.
that's right. So
Well, security personnel and Vig. Uh,
yeah, he's good. I was on a mission with him. I wrote a sparkling review of his skills. He's quite good. Yeah, he was the right guy to have in a dangerous situation.
yep, that's why my emergency plan for if we get boarded is to stand behind Vico.
All right, that would be a good one. So she'll uh she'll finish her scotch and you know what? I think I will indulge. I'll try one of your margaritas. I don't usually do them, but I'll try one.
Are
I'll be
you are
back.
you do you drink a lot of tequila?
No, not much. I've had it before
Bartender,
though.
shot glasses,
Shot glasses. Okay.
and there we
Price.
can close it into the scene.
Okay.
Well, you
Great
said you
scene.
had to go, so you had to step away. So I'm like, yeah,
That works.
shots of tequila seems like an excellent place to end the scene before Kira starts making us roll dice.
That's right.
Okay. Captain Perrone, you have been called to Admiral Gibson's office.
Then Perrone's going to bring his new bottle of wine and the note that came with it. Then,
Uh, as you enter bringing gifts, he tells you, have a seat.
thank you, Admiral. Is that the Orville on his desk? Oh
It's
no,
an
it doesn't
art
have the thingies
piece.
across the
Yeah,
bottom.
it's an art piece. Decorative art.
It kind of looks like the Orville.
It's just,
You'd be
yeah.
mad if I told you what else it looks like, because it
Ah,
also kind of looks like Starfleet Academy from Starfleet Academy.
yeah, yeah. This was before that. I'm just not gonna go there. Okay.
Except the sequels look attached. And I'll shut up now. I love that. I love that set though. That's great.
Um, the admiral just looks at you. He's like, reason why you try to access a restricted file, Captain.
Yes, sir. So, without anyone on my bridge crew or my security chief noticing, and Perron will set the bottle on the admiral's desk. Someone managed to sneak that into my office.
He takes the bottle and, assuming you reattach the cork, he takes the
Yeah,
cork off and takes it with and wine.
it's not bad. Um, Came with a note. He'll hold up the note. So long story short, that reminded me of star patterns from when I was sailing back home. And so I started trying to match that to star patterns and home. And I thought maybe this was a gift from my spouse. So I tried Chronos. And I tried Gemulon 5. All except for that star there, this particular star pattern could be seen from the surface of Gemulon 5. So then I got curious, scan the combination, the composition of that carafe, and the unique combination of radiation in that in the clay comes from Zorvina Prime, second planet, the one that's off limits. So when I saw the file was off limits, I got curious as to why. So I looked. Seemed an awful big security security protocol for just instructing captains to avoid a prime directive violation.
Assuming you didn't get to this certain point, there is an entity that exists within that system. The kind that nearly destroyed a starship.
Huh.
That's why the system is restricted.
That's curious. That entity have anything in common? Any characteristics in common with the Calathians?
And with that, that will be the end of the session.